The following is a presentation of Bakersfield College Athletics.
Please welcome the starting five for the LA Mission Eagles, wearing the number 2, Crystal Hasse. Number 6, Mort Lisi. Number 14, Victoria Eufrixio. Number 22, Nat Gesper. Number 42, Ashley Morton. Head coach, Vicky Ogden. And now the starting five for your BC Renegades. Wearing the number 1, Danica Tolentino. Wearing the number 3, Jamie Niederbaumer. Wearing the number 4, Layleen Arvia. Wearing the number 5, Alexia Ramirez. Wearing the number 14, Diamond Bromley. And your head coach for your BC Renegades, Grant Bingham. Referees for tonight's doubleheader, Anna Asensio, Chris Arredondo, and Deja Blue.
Good evening and welcome into the broadcast. Joining you from the Renegade Athletic Complex, this is Bakersfield College women's basketball. I'm Tom Meyers, joined by the Dr. Julian Wilson. And Julian, we just got finished with a double overtime thriller in the men's program. I don't know if my heart can take another one for the women's program here.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine and figure out how we are going to conjure up the energy to get through this one. And if they do the same thing, I don't know what the end of the broadcast is going to look like.
Yeah, we're going to find out pretty soon because, boy, I'll tell you what, the energy in this gymnasium is incredible. What a fantastic double overtime thriller on the men's program. And I don't know if Ayana Tweedy, who's over there, has experienced anything like that here at Bakersfield College, and she thinks this may be normal. That would be pretty fantastic if you ask me.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm glad that the fans are going to be able to come to these games free of charge for the season. Plenty of opportunity to give our Renegades support.
Absolutely. So the Renegades against LA Mission College, and that's going to be an over the back right there by Victoria Eufrasio. Eufrasio will get her first foul.
And I don't know if we have the soccer team or the softball team for Bakersfield College, but they're going to be cheering all night, looks like.
Yeah, we get a lot of extra teams that show up and support their fellow student athletes here at Bakersfield College and come to these games and root them on. So really looking forward to a fun night here. And a three-pointer just thrown up like it was nothing by Jamie Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer out of Tehachapi High School. And a lot of local talent on this Bakersfield College squad. Two players from out of the area, one from Pleasanton, Texas. That's Diamond Brownlee. She was actually on the squad last year. She's a sophomore this year. And then also from Ontario, California, Danica Tolentino. Tolentino, one of the leading scorers on this squad for the Renegades. The Renegades scoring well so far on the season. And they have been notoriously known to get off to a slow start. Only scoring 9 points in their win the other day in the first quarter, which is kind of shocking. And Layleen Araniba gets that one taken away from her. Araniba in her freshman year out of Frontier High School. And a nice block from Alexia Ramirez. Ramirez, a freshman out of Shafter High School. A lot of these players I've known from local high school basketball, so it's great to see them up here at BC. And I apologize, folks. This is our first game. We have not had a game to call on any of them so far this season. So we do know the players, but we don't know how they fit into the whole scheme here at Bakersfield College. And Grant Bingham has made a 3-0 start for this year out of this team. So they're doing really well right out the gate. Ramirez driving baseline, dishes it to the outside to Arneva. That one's not going to go. That one bounces over everybody. Picked up by LA Mission. And a nice stop by number 22, Nat Gaspar. And at the moment, we do apologize. We have a little bit of a delay in getting our statistics up and running. Unfortunately, oh, there they are. Now they're up and running. We didn't have statistics or anything, so we just really didn't have anything prepared for the game. And now it looks like we are up and running and ready to go. On the court for the Renegades, Jamie Niederbaumer, number 2, Danica Tolentino, number 1, Laylene Ardeneva, number 4, number 5, Alexia Ramirez, and number 14, Diamond Brownlee. For LA Mission, number 22, Nat Gaspar, number 2, Crystal Pasea, number 6, Hart Leising, number 14, Victoria Eufrasio, and number 42, Ashley Martin. And a nice fake on the perimeter there by Jamie Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer, a 5'7" freshman shooting guard out of Tehachapi. And the rebound by Alexia Ramirez. And Ramirez hits the floor.
Jump ball, possession, Los Angeles.
And waiting to see what the call is. And I don't know what that was, just out of bounds. Must have been. No foul called. Niederbaumer once again with the 3, and she's got 2 of them already to start the game. And the Renegades up to a quick 8 points.
And, Tom, I was trying to hold this, but I'll let it out now. I got to the gym early today, and when I got to him, there was someone on the floor shooting. It was Niederbaumer before anyone was
Well,
in here.
and I've watched Niederbaumer play from Tehachapi High School, and she can shoot really well. So we're going to see a display tonight. So far, she's got 8 points in the game. Ramirez driving to her left, up off the glass, scores, draws the foul. And wow, so far, Jamie Niederbaumer is 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 from three-point land. She's got 8 points. Alexa Ramirez with 2 for a chance to make it a three-point play, and does. 5:54 left to go in the first quarter, and a timeout is going to get called. Well, maybe not. I'm trying to figure this out. No, it's a substitution for LA Mission, and checking in, Ashley Rivera, number 12. The Renegades right now with a different starting 5, almost a complete different starting 5 than last year. With the exception of number 14, Diamond Brownlee. And a jump ball is going to get called. The possession arrow is pointing to the Eagles of LA Mission, so they'll maintain possession. And the issue so far for the Renegades, and we haven't gotten to know this squad yet, but last year, Julian, if you remember, there were some issues with that Renegade squad. The ability just to get the ball up the court sometimes was really difficult.
They had a number of control issues.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. And it appears that Coach has worked on those issues because they look completely different tonight.
Yeah, this is a completely different squad than last year. You know, and right now on the court, there's only one sophomore. Everybody else are freshmen. And to be honest with you, there's only three sophomores on the entire squad. And it's Rachel Green, Diamond Brownlee, and Isabella Sevis. And a foul's going to get called on the floor away from the ball, and that's going to go against number 32.
First personal foul.
And I missed that. We don't have a 32 on our roster. We'll have to figure out who that is at some point. And I was mistaken. That was 42. And Niederbaumer raining the three. That was an NBA distance three-point shot.
Niederbaumer.
Wow. And we're going to have fun saying Niederbaumer all night long.
Wow.
That was remarkable. And again, great defense by the Renegades. It's a 14-2 run right now. And a nice heads-up play. Right there by Alexia Ramirez. And Ramirez finding Diamond Brownlee wide open and gives her the ball. What a fantastic shot and great vision by Alexia Ramirez.
And what an amazingly fast start by the Renegades.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know what Grant Bingham has been feeding his basketball team, but last year, and I don't want to go back and forth and compare last year to this year too much. It's junior college basketball, so you don't get a whole lot of time to reinvent a whole program from one year to the next. Usually it takes 2 years.
Yes.
Because you got to let your first-year players come in and develop a whole year.
That's right.
And we didn't have that opportunity, really, so what they did was they created a 2-year program out of a 1 year of class of players.
That's right.
Like I said, on this squad, there are only 3 sophomores that are on this squad that are from last year. Isabella Sevis was last year, Rachel Green, and Diamond Brownlee. And Rachel Green comes in kind of as the enforcer. I told her, I've always joked with her, she's the Kurt Rambis of women's basketball. She's the enforcer. She's the one when they need muscle and defense that comes in to fill that role.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what, right now, the girls on the court are the ones that are really kind of turning up the heat. And Niederbaumer and Ramirez, Niederbaumer 11 points so far, and we're halfway through the first half. First quarter.
She hasn't missed a shot.
No, not at all. She is 4 for 4 from the field, and 3 of those are 3-point shots. And boy, I'll tell you what, we were kind of trying to figure out where we were. You know, this basketball arena is a little bit more full than we're used to. It's a big crowd tonight. And thank goodness for the boys team, the men's team. I don't want to say that. You know,
yeah, they're men, yes.
Yeah, well, they're still kids to me. And a nice 3 spot up by Aaron Tapasio down in the corner. And now it's 16-5 with 3:48 to go in the first quarter. Brownlee with a nice pickup.
Wow.
Oh, but misses the open layup.
She had it.
And 2 quick scores by LA Mission as Aaron Tapasio, 2 baskets in a row. And Tapasio is the leading scorer, I believe, on this squad. Actually, I stand corrected. She's not. She's the 5th leading scorer on this squad. But right now, she's decided to just take over. That one off the foot of Diamond Brownlee, out of bounds.
And a renegade chase that she could have let it go and they'd still have possession.
Yeah, Mia Samaniego couldn't get a hold of it, and it heads out of bounds. And now Alexia Ramirez is going to take a seat and get a little bit of a break. And checking in for her is number 8, Beyonce Fimbris. Fimbris out of Liberty High School. And I've got to watch Beyonce play for a number of years as they have taken on Frontier for a number of different games. Diamond Brownlee down on the baseline. Brownlee with the rebound. Oh, and a nice try by Mia Semeniego. And LA Mission so far not really able to get that long jumper to fall. And they're not really a high percentage shooting team on the three-pointer, shooting below 20%. Brownlee with the long two-pointer just inside the three-point line. And the announcer called it a three, but it was still a two. We watched the ref walk right past him, holding two fingers out.
2 points, yes. And I don't know, are we seeing remnants of the defense we saw earlier in the first game?
We might be seeing. I was just ready to point that out, that the Renegade defense, I don't know if Grant Bingham and Coach McCall sat down in a room together and said, here's what we're going to do on defense this year, your team and my team, and we're just going to stifle the defense. And so far, the Renegade defense has been fairly good.
That is a possibility.
And we know they can get it done on the offensive end of the board. It's the defense that we're really going to be looking at. And that's a great play there by Talia Herdsman. Herdsman not giving up on the play, draws the contact, and still manages to sink the shot on the turnaround. Goes to the floor and now has a chance to make it a three-point play from the line. LA Mission is 1-2 on the season so far, and the Renegades are undefeated at 3-0. Here comes Layleen Adeniva.
Wow.
Samaniego sure handles the ball well.
Yes.
And Ella Samaniego, well, I stand corrected. Mia, I think Ella's her sister. Oh, and a long three-pointer by Erin Tapasio.
And she pushed it. She pushed it in. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, Mia Samaniego is only 5 feet tall, but she sure moves the ball around well and dribbles well. The Renegades look a little bit out of system right now, trying to get the ball. And Araniva going to the rack, draws the foul by Talia Herdsman. And you could see that one fairly easily got into the body as Herdsman was trying to reach out over the top of Araniva. Layleen Araniva out of Frontier High School in Bakersfield, a 5'6" freshman guard. A really strong dribbler, but knows how to drop the shoulder and kind of penetrate to the basket. She's really good at that. Araniva drains them both.
Araniva, good for two.
And checking in now for LA Mission, number 6, Hart Lysing. Lysing is the leading scorer on this squad. She's had 48 points over 3 games for LA Mission. 20-12 with the waning seconds of the first quarter. 15 seconds on the clock. LA Mission looking for the last shot. Oh, a little bit of an elbow. Everybody saw that one, and the basket goes. She didn't even really need to do the push-off. And the foul called on Hart Lysing. 2 seconds. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. The score, the Bakersfield College Renegades 20, the LA Mission College Eagles 12. We'll be back with the second quarter after this. Back out of the timeout, Tom Meyers joined by Julian Wilson and our cameraman extraordinaire, John Hare. John doing a fantastic job for us up here capturing all of tonight's athletic accomplishments by the BC Renegades and the LA Mission College Eagles. And what a fantastic job he had to film for that first one between the men's programs, BC and Reedley College. A double overtime thriller and probably one of the biggest crowds I've seen at a Bakersfield College basketball game ever. Now, there are people that will go back to the 60s and 70s and tell me that they were bigger crowds then, and I'm sure they were, but I wasn't around much in the 60s and the 70s. I was around in the 70s, not the 60s.
Somebody saw you.
Somebody saw me. In the second quarter, Renegades leading 20-12 over LA Mission College. And that ball's going to go off the hands of Song Jackson. On the court right now for the Renegades, Danica Tolentino, Laylene Adeniva, Jamie Niederbaumer, Alexia Ramirez, and number 14, Diamond Brownlee. And a blocking foul on that one called against Alexia Ramirez. And I thought she had position, but obviously the official saw otherwise. And it would seem in this day and age, and I discussed this before, Julian, they give charging fouls far less now than they ever used to.
Right.
You really got to have position for like a second and a half before they're going to give it to you.
Well, you know, they have, and it's because of the flopping.
Yeah, absolutely. So LA Mission now at the line. Talia Herdsman shooting her second, and she misses them both. Leading scorer in that first quarter for the Renegades, Jamie Niederbaumer, 4 of 5 from the field with 11 points. And for LA Mission, it's Aaron Tapasio, 6 points. And Niederbaumer came out on fire in the beginning part of that first half. Brownlee all alone out on the perimeter, drives to her left, puts it up with her right. That one's just off the mark. And Julian, as we discussed last year, one of the problems that the Renegades had was even getting shots off.
Right.
And so, obviously, this is a marked improvement because so far they took 17 shots in that first quarter. We had games where they didn't take 17 shots the entire game.
That's right.
LA Mission pulls to within 6. It's 20-14, 8:06 on the clock. And a blocking foul called there, and that'll send Alexia Ramirez to the line.
Eagles foul number 6, Mark Leasing, second personal foul. Shooting 2.
And now checking in for the Eagles is Crystal Blasai. And number 42, Ashley Martin. A somber crowd here now compared to the first game, Julian.
Right.
Except for when they go to foul shots. They all get somber. It was quiet as a church mouse in here earlier on every single foul shot. It was kind of remarkable. Ramirez drained the first one. This is her second. Makes them both.
Good for 2. Eagle substitution, number 14, Victoria Ifreclo.
And Victoria Eufrasio now in the game for LA Mission. LA Mission is substituting quite a few players in and out, but the Renegades keep sticking with the same 5. Four on the shot clock. He whistled that one. He whistled that shot clock dead before it was even at the shot clock. I'm not really sure what he's talking about. Now he's over here talking to the official at the table. Yeah, the clock is the clock. You don't get a
right.
I think that the official down at the table is arguing, we're running the clock here. I don't know what he saw. And that one's off the foot. Hernandez. Ramirez tried to get that ball to Brownlee and just knocked it off of her foot. And right now the Renegades not looking as invincible as they were in that first quarter, Julian Wilson. LA Mission now shooting 33% from beyond the arc. And Niederbaumer just throws up the left-handed hook, and in it goes. And now Jamie Niederbaumer is 5 of 6 for 13 points.
She shot it with her left hand.
Yeah, I think Niederbaumer could shoot it with her foot if she needed to.
Wow, that's a...
Yeah, Jamie Niederbaumer so far taking over on this game. And now here comes Layleen Adaniva with the easy layup, and in it goes. Now the Renegades starting to open it up just a little bit. Heavy on the defense, fighting through the blocks. Out and even needs to be careful out on the perimeter there. Little contact, and that one off the glass. And Niederbaumer looks back at it and just kind of grins a little bit. That's not the way I shoot them.
Right. Sometimes you got to call that one.
Yeah, sometimes you have to call that it's off the glass. I'm sorry.
And what a move.
Great move by Alexia Ramirez with the spin down the lane. And LA Mission not collapsing into the lane to help out on defense at all on many of these plays so far. And BC, once they start getting into transition on fast breaks, I think that that's where the strength is going to be today. And a travel called against LA Mission. And now checking into the game for BC, Arniva's going to have a seat. And Beautiful Vasquez in the game, her first appearance in the game out of North High School. Once again, Ramirez once again with the spin move and draws the foul and now has a chance to make it a three-point play. Just remarkable. 2 spin moves in a row.
You can't teach that, Tom.
You sure can't. I'll tell you what, and right now, the Renegades opening this one up. And they lead 31-17 halfway through this second quarter. Well, Niederbaumer just over her outstretched hand tried to take that one.
And LA Mission's just not getting off good shots right now.
Absolutely. That one kind of just thrown up. Niederbaumer from the corner, and again gets that one to go. And Jamie Niederbaumer is just having her way right now. Are you kidding? 6 of 7 from beyond the arc with 16 points in this first half.
And Grant Bingham, Coach Grant Bingham, I've never seen him this animated. I mean, he is out there. He is talking to them the entire time they're on the floor.
You know, I've had a lot of conversations with Grant Bingham so far this season, and most of them revolve around how excited he was to get these girls on the court this year. He knew there was something special possibly with his team. And right now, a 3-0 Renegade Ladies squad is far improved over what they had last year, and a lot of new faces here really trying to get this program going.
And if this performance is indicative of anything, we can see why.
Yeah, and our job, as I told Grant, is, you know, we want to put on a good show here and a good product for future players that maybe want to come to Bakersfield College. If you are a recruit and you're interested in coming to Bakersfield College, all you have to do is go to Go Gades. There is a recruiting section on the Go Gates site, and you can go ahead and put your information in and get contacted by Bakersfield College. And that doesn't matter whether it's a basketball, football, whatever the sport may be. Bakersfield College so far, right now, in a commanding 34-17 lead as they head to the bottom half of this second quarter.
And another quarter that's flying by.
Another quarter that is flying by. That men's game really kind of took a while. It sure did. And it wasn't even the first half that took a while. It was that second half and the double overtimes that really kind of dragged themselves on pretty good.
And you could see the guys, the men, they were tired.
Yeah, a lot of cramping going on in that first game. Boy, I'll tell you what. And a nice toss-up there by Song Jackson. Couldn't get it to go. Vasquez with the miss. And a nice lay-in by number 22, Nat Gaspar. Gaspar got the floater off the glass. And now it's 34-19, 3:58 to go in the second quarter. Ramirez can't get that one to go. Just in and out.
And I have to tell you, Tom, Ramirez has an amazing drop step spin.
Yeah, absolutely. She's used that spin move quite a bit. I think we're going to be seeing that all season long, especially coming down the paint. She's fighting underneath in the basket, and that one just out of bounds as Victoria Eufrasio just couldn't get a handle on it. And she's battling Ramirez underneath the basket.
Eagle substitution, number 3, Talia Hertzman.
And Talia Hertzman now back in the game as Eufrasio takes a seat. And that one, just a nice touch by Vasquez. Just off the back of the iron, hits the glass and goes in. And now it's 36-19 with 3:13 to go in the second quarter. Bakersfield College Renegades in white, the LA Mission College Eagles in blue. Brownlee with a nice tip over to Vasquez, who corrals the rebound. Niederbaumer looking for the pick. Gives it back to Ramirez. Ramirez down to the corner for Vasquez. Vasquez, three is good. Great ball movement there by the Renegades. And a fantastic shot by beautiful Vasquez. And that's going to be a push-off against Danica Tolentino. You could see that one. Threw a little bit of an elbow in as she got beat.
Danica Tolentino, first personal foul.
And Tolentino now with one foul. LA Mission has 3 players with 2 fouls so far. It's Hart Lissing, Victoria Eufrasio, and Ashley Martin. That one's going to be off a Diamond Brownlee and out of bounds.
Renegade substitution, number 6, Mia Samaniego.
And right now, 8 attempts from three-point land for LA Mission. They've only made 3 of those. Six seconds left on the shot clock. LA Mission's been in trouble with this a couple of times so far. And Michaela Patterson throws up one, does not hit rim, and the shot clock expires. Bakersfield College with a 20-point lead here in the bottom of the second quarter. 1 minute and 50 seconds left to go. And Michaela Patterson's going to draw the charge And that goes against Alexia Ramirez. And that's going to be Ramirez's first foul. Oh, a nice pass inside, but a miss by Talia Herdsman. Had an open basket. And I'm not sure about that shot out there by Diamond Brownlee. She did have beautiful Vasquez down in the corner all alone with nobody Gardner, and that one's going to slip out of the hands of Aaron Tapasio, and a turnover for the Renegades.
Renegade substitution, number 8, Beyonce Fimbres.
Yeah, Beyonce Fimbres now back in the game for the Renegades. And Mia Samaniego's kind of looking a little winded. I think she's okay, but Brownlee gives it up to Vasquez, and Vasquez hits the 12-footer right down along the baseline. And a carry on that one. And another turnover. 11 turnovers so far by LA Mission. And the Renegades surprisingly have 9 turnovers. Oh, Niederbaumer runs into a wall.
You see lay out.
And the ball was in between her and Nayeli Rodriguez. And the two of them just kind of ran into each other. And I don't know, I think Nayeli Rodriguez is a little bit stronger than Niederbaumer, but they both ended up on the floor.
And the LA Mission coach is livid.
And Rodriguez is going to get called for the foul. And the backcourt is completely okay on the inbound. And so is that because it was touched. That went just over Vasquez's head.
Yeah, nice try. Oh,
that might have been a double.
Sky.
I don't know about that one. That might have been a little bit of a carry, but they're not going to call it.
Yeah.
And LA Mission's going to hang on to the ball in possession. And a long three by Violet Herrera. 15 seconds left on the clock. A lot of contact by LA Mission. Officials letting it play through. And a long three just off the mark, and that's going to do it for the first half. It's the Bakersfield College Renegades 41, the LA Mission College Eagles 22, and we'll be back with the second half momentarily. Welcome back to the Bakersfield College Renegade Athletic Complex. I'm Tom Meyers, joined by the Dr. Julian Wilson and our cameraman John Hare, doing a fantastic job catching all the action today. Renegades leading 41-22 as we start the second half. And the leading scorers in the game so far for LA Mission College in blue, Nat Gaspar has 7, Aaron Tapasio has 6. For the Renegades, leading scorers J.D. Niederbaumer with 16 and Alexia Ramirez with 10. And Diamond Brownlee with the score. And Diamond Brownlee, she's got 6 points so far in the game. The Renegades in that first quarter just came out firing, and I had a little bit of a good-natured ribbing conversation with Jamie Niederbaumer on her way back in for the second half. And I said, are you just out there just throwing up stuff? Because you could miss one every once in a while. And I told her coach, I said, it looks like she's just out there playing horse.
Yes.
And nobody else is matching her. So Niederbaumer, once again, with 16 points, 6 for 7 from the field. Perfect 4 for 4 from beyond the arc. And now she's out there. I think LA Mission is definitely going to have to tighten up on her in this second half if they have any chance of staying in this game. Brownlee underneath, can't get a handle on it, and that one's going to go out of bounds. And the Renegades will maintain possession with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Bakersfield College shooting 53% from the field today. Conversely, LA Mission is only shooting 32%. And of note, and something that I think is very interesting, which is far different from maybe even last year, the Renegades are shooting 6 for 6 from the free throw line. And Brownlee trying to get over the top on that one as the shot clock expires. And the 10-second violation. And a foul's going to get called away from the ball. And that's going to go on number 4, Leilene Araniva. That's Araniva's first foul of the game. Julian, you doing okay over there? I want to give you the breath of life.
That wasn't me.
I like that. It wasn't me.
It wasn't.
Isn't there a song?
Yes.
There's a song.
It wasn't
And
me.
down in the paint, number 22, Nat Gaspar. She's had a couple of good plays where she's done a little bit of a jump stop and a fake and then thrown up just a floater to score. And a turnover by the Renegades. And that one looked like it was off the hand. And I don't know if she thought it was because Danica Tolentino's acting like it was off of her. But they get the ball. Araniva driving to her left. Back with her right hand, throws it up and scores. Leilene, like I said, has the ability, because she's strong, she will drive and usually drop a shoulder. And very good off the glass. And that one aired out and a tie-up, and kind of a quick tie-up on the jump ball there. And the Eagles have possession. So they will get the ball as Song Jackson and Victoria Eufrasio check back into the game for LA Mission. This game started a little bit late today, about 45 minutes, because of the double overtime game between Bakersfield College men's program and Reedley College's men's program. Araniva with a strip away there. Heads up play on defense. Brownlee driving the baseline, throws up the floater, misses. Ramirez gets the ball and throws that one up and in. And it was off of Hart Lissing. And Ramirez corralled it and then scored the easy layup. And Lissing is arguing now that the ball was off of the Renegades, but she's not going to get the call. And now, beautiful Vasquez into the game for the Renegades.
You know, Tom, and Ramirez has proven to be a very difficult matchup, I believe, for any team. She stays so active under the basket.
Actually, she does, and she's actually pretty strong too. So, I mean, that's the other thing, is that she's got a good center of gravity and really does have the ability to kind of find her way down. Good box out technique.
Yeah, she knows how to use her body to position herself.
Yeah, right now, right there, just the stop along the baseline. And the ball's going to get turned over.
Yes.
And a great job by Alexia. Niederbaumer driving to her left, throws that one up with her left hand, and that one's off the mark. She did have one in the first quarter.
Right.
And threw up a left-handed prayer, and it went in. And Vasquez gets tied up over on the far side with Aaron Tapasio. And now Tapasio is going to go to the line, and she's going to get a shoot three.
Yeah, it wasn't that she fouled it. It's like you said, she got tied up.
Yeah, Amaya Amy now checking into the game for the first time for the Renegades. Amy out of Independence High School in Bakersfield. Seeing her first playing minutes of the game. Tapasio hits her first. Tapasio with 8 points so far in the game. She's 2 for 4 from beyond the arc. Nice rebound, and an up and in by Song Jackson. Jackson may have got away with a little bit of a push-off there on the rebound, but then there was nobody there to defend the basket. And Danica Tolentino just kind of making her way all the way around the paint and throws up an easy layup. And right now, LA Mission kind of controlling the offensive rebounds on their end. And Ramirez was looking for the charge, doesn't get it. Vasquez gives it up to Tolentino, who can't put it in, just put it straight up in the air. There was a little bit of contact there, but nothing too severe to warrant a foul.
Right, and I don't know why she didn't take that shot. She had that shot.
And the foul's going to get called against the Renegades, number 10, Beautiful Vasquez. And now Talia Hertzman and Violet Herrera checking back into the game for LA Mission. Nice rebound by Ramirez. Ramirez driving all the way down the court, pulls up. Asking for some help. And all alone under the basket. Oh, and she misses a wide open shot of Maya Amy. Amy made a great move, but just can't finish.
And she didn't even have to shoot it that fast. There was no one around her.
Boy, after she gave the ball up to Ramirez, just found her way around the horn and underneath the basket all alone. And then gets the rebound. Here comes Tolentino. Down to Niederbaumer. And a surprising miss, but she got taken out in the process. And now Niederbaumer will go to the line and shoot three.
I don't think either player could believe that that happened.
First personal foul.
Yeah, Jamie Niederbaumer got absolutely just demolished on that play. And luckily comes up injury-free. And misses the first. And she misses the second. Kind of surprising.
Yes, wow.
So now she's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. She does have 16 points to lead all scorers in the game so far. Alexia Ramirez is starting to catch up. She's got 12 points. And now Crystal Pasea back in the game for LA Mission. 3 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in this third quarter as the Renegades lead 50-27. And a three-point shot. Hart Lissing. And a timeout is called by LA Mission. More Renegade basketball right after this. Coming back out of the timeout, the Renegades leading 50-30. 3:37 left to go in the third quarter. Oh, the turnover and the miss by LA Mission, and that's kind of been their MO so far today. Great job on defense, having trouble finishing. And the nice shot by beautiful Vasquez. Once again, Ramirez penetrating and dishing right back out. Good ball handling by the Renegades so far today. The long three. 2 in a row by Hart Lissing. And now, Lissing has 8 points.
And Tom, I don't know if you caught that, but at the end of that shot, she did the wrist thing.
Yeah, there was a little bit of an attitude with that, which I don't blame her. You know, LA Mission needs a little bit of something to kind of get the boat going here.
Yes, they do.
And if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. Vasquez off the mark. And it's 52-33 with 2.5 left to go in the third quarter. Another three-point attempt. And a jump ball and a smart play by Niederbaumer. Alexia Ramirez was all alone against Ashley Martin, and Martin's 5'8". Ramirez is also 5'8". So the two bigs down low fighting it out, and Niederbaumer comes in and steals the ball and causes the jump. And just outside, like she's done it forever, Diamond Brownlee drains the three. And the lead is 21 with 1:55. And another three-pointer. And a nice shot by Crystal Passay. And we'll look at the box score on this game at the end of this third quarter, because it appears that if LA Mission had kind of gotten going a little bit earlier in the game, they may have a chance against Bakersfield College. But right now, it would really take a lot to climb back into this one with the lead that Bakersfield College has. And the only reason that I'm mentioning that is because in the past, Bakersfield College has had a history of starting out slow, Julian, and we've seen it to where they didn't score hardly at all. I think they didn't score at all in one of the quarters last year. And then they kind of matched the team point for the rest of the game and ended up losing because they just couldn't get back into it at that point. It was just insurmountable. So the warm-up period was really complicated for the Renegades last season.
Right. That first quarter was the telltale of the entire game.
Yeah, absolutely. So BC this year, seems to be coming out a little bit stronger than they have in previous years. And right now, looks like Ramirez has another foul. And a timeout is going to get called by Bakersfield College. And once again, we're coming to you today from our brand new facility, the Renegade Athletic Complex at Bakersfield College for women's basketball. The men's game earlier, the Bakersfield College men's program took on Reedley College in a double overtime barn burner. That was an absolutely fantastic game. And I'll tell you what, they don't come any better than that one. It was really an pretty exciting game.
Yes, it was. In fact, during that first game, we were talking about the facility, and I wanted to mention a couple of other things about this amazing facility that we're in, but I couldn't because the game was so amazing.
Yeah, call it what you will. It was pretty fantastic. I'll tell you what, we haven't had one like that before. I mean, really. So far, as I discussed, in the third quarter, the Renegades are trailing LA Mission by 1 point, 14-13.
Wow.
LA Mission, in the first two quarters, they trailed by 8 in the first quarter and they trailed by 11 in the second quarter. But they've been matched step for step with the Renegades so far in this third quarter. Renegades trying to stay out on the perimeter to keep that three-point shot from going in for LA Mission because they've been attempting an awful lot of them. That was their 18th attempt from the arc. They're only shooting 38%. Tolentino throws that one up. It doesn't go. Gets her own rebound. Then it's stripped away by Nat Gaspar. Gaspar runs into some traffic, and she's going to get the foul as Niederbaumer was reaching in and slapping at the ball, and I think it's going to go on Niederbaumer. Let's see. No, they're going to put that one on Danica Tolentino.
Second personal foul.
And that's going to be her second personal foul. And Tolentino's going to take a seat as Mia Samaniego checks in now. So LA Mission now in the bonus. And now, we're kind of getting it from the public address announcer here.
Right.
They'll give away a coupon. It's a 2-for-1 coupon if she misses them both. And so everybody in the crowd is going nuts because she missed them both, and now they get a 2-for-1 special. And I don't remember where exactly that was. And that one thrown up. And that's the end of the third quarter. It's the Bakersfield College Renegades 54, the LA Mission Eagles 36. Back after this. Do you think that Grant Bingham is down by 20 right now and trying to catch back up by the way that he's addressing the crowd? He's very animated down there.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, I know that he thinks that he's got a really special group of players right now. And I think he's really excited about it and trying to keep them motivated and keep them in this game. As we discussed a little while ago with the box score, the Renegades actually lost the third quarter 14-13. So LA Mission was kind of back in this game for a quarter. They did trail by about 19 points in the first half. Right now, they have a pretty good lead, 54-36 over LA Mission. And 10 minutes to go. Renegades 3-0 so far on the season. Looking to stay undefeated. And again, another three attempt. And that's number 19 on the attempts for LA Mission. And the foul's going to get called. Nayeli Rodriguez. Going to be the first team foul. That's her second personal foul. And checking back in for LA Mission is number 35, Maya Upshaw. And also in the game, I believe that was number 5 or number 3. That was number 5, Aaron Tapasio. Niederbaumer driving down the lane, throws it up, misses. Here come the Eagles. And the Eagles looking for that three-point shot still. And Lelian Adaniva traveling all the way down. Throws that up and scores, and nobody had her the whole way. And I'm not really sure where the collapse on the defense was, but I think she looked up and there was just nobody in front of her, so she kept going. And so far, pretty good rebounding on the offensive boards by LA Mission. Aaron Tapasio got the rebound and drew the foul at the same time. And they called that foul on Diamond Brownlee. And a timeout is going to get called by LA Mission. And Vicky Oganyan, the first-year coach for LA Mission, trying to work through some things on this team. They're 1-2 so far on the season. And I went back and kind of looked at some of the other games that they had. They were in a couple of them. But then they got pretty much wiped out on a couple of them as well. And that's kind of a hard thing for a first-year coach, especially when you're coming in trying to establish your team, and you don't have a lot of time to do it in JUCO. You know that. You got 2 years to build a winner.
Just don't. It's a
and
difficult.
Actually, do you really get 2 years to build a winner? I think you only get one.
Right. Yeah.
And you better have that one kind of going. And I think right now, Grant Bingham has the secret sauce to try to, get the Renegades where they needed to be. And right now, as I said, this squad is loaded with freshman talent.
Yes, it is. I tell you what, it is a difficult job and a difficult task for JUCO coaches because they don't have the players long enough to develop.
Well, and as I discussed it earlier, that we talked about Sakir Henderson, the player for the Renegades. If we get to keep him for 2 years, that would be actually remarkable. I don't know if that will happen.
No.
We've lost a bunch of junior college football players after 1 year, and a nice spot-up jumper there by Hart Lissing. Lissing with 8 points now so far in the game. And I'll stand corrected on that. She's actually got 10 points, and she is the leading scorer for the Eagles.
In responding to your last comment, the NCAA landscape has changed so much. It is difficult to keep players at the JUCO level with the opportunities now that these athletes are given at the next level.
Absolutely. And the other thing that we kind of talked about is that they have kind of closed that window on the time that you can transfer, and that seemed to have maybe will tighten some things up, and hopefully we'll see not as many people flying around all over the place as we have been. Players less likely to take off and leave at a moment's notice because they have to really know what their decision is right away.
Right.
Yeah. Rachel Green in the game for the Renegades, the first time we've seen her tonight. And we talked about her earlier. I was telling you, Rachel Green is the Kurt Rambis of female basketball players. She is the enforcer on this squad for the Renegades.
Anita Bonner has been quiet. I think before this game is over, she may fire up a few. We'll see.
Brownlee fighting underneath the basket. Can't pull that one down, but then she comes back and gets the turnover. A little contact there. Rachel Green under the basket ties up Maya Upshaw. And the possession arrow in favor of the Renegades, so they'll maintain possession. And beautiful Vasquez checking back into the game for the Renegades. And now, they're saying the arrow is in the wrong direction. But up on the board, the scoreboard, it points to the Renegades. And again, the officials are trying to check it out. And they're saying, yes, it is correct in that direction. So the Renegades will have possession. And the score table actually doing a pretty good job tonight in keeping the officials kind of on task a couple of times now that we've noticed. There's going to be a little contact away from the ball. And that's going to go against number 6, Hart Lissing. She got tied up with Beyonce Fimbris down there. Fimbris kind of with just a grin on her face. And you can see because she's fighting and struggling for possession. Brownlee goes to the ground trying to save that one. Eagles working it around. Looking for that shot outside. Spacio throws it up and misses. Nothing but air. And the Renegades will have the ball. 6:51 left to go in the fourth quarter. Bakersfield leading 56-38. In junior college basketball, and I think women's college basketball altogether, the new rules are 5 fouls in a quarter. You automatically go to double bonus. So some of those rules have changed over the years. That's one that's kind of A little bit hard to tell, and the foul's going to get called, and they're going to put that one on number 8, Beyonce Fimbres, as she was kind of fighting tooth and nail down there under the basket. It is getting a little chippy, which, you know, with a lead like this, sometimes it can get that way, and you don't really want it to. A good officiating crew will keep things from escalating every time. That's kind of what we're looking for today.
Right.
Nat Gaspar, once again, she gives that little fake pump and then drives. And Ashley Martin for the Eagles, trying to get possession, loses the handle, but it was knocked away out of bounds by the Renegades.
You know, and LA Mission is trying their best to get back into this game, but the Renegades have maintained the defense that they started with in the first half.
Absolutely. Well, and as I told you, you know, it's a matter of, you know, how are you scoring? And right now they are neck and neck in this second half with the Renegades. In fact, they lead them by 1 point in scoring. And that one, a little elbow by Vasquez, as Lissing was going to the hoop. And we'll see if it's going to go on Hart Lissing. I think it was. Yeah, it appears so. Oh, no, they're going to call it on Tolentino. My mistake. And now a chance for Lissing to get a three-point play, and she does. Hart Lissing, the leading scorer for the Eagles with 12 points in the game. And now checking in for the Renegades, Jesse Bunting for the first time. Bunting out of Kern Valley High School up in Lake Isabella. She's listed at 5'1". I don't think that's correct. I think it's 6'1". I think I've got a typo on my roster. I will have to make sure I double check that number. Green had the chance, didn't take it. That one outside, kind of off the top of the backboard, but falls. And then the foul is going to get called, and I think that's going to get called on Rachel Green, number 13. Yes, it sure does. Kind of wrapped her up underneath the basket trying to get the rebound. And now Vasquez is going to take a seat as Alexia Ramirez comes back into the game for the Renegades. 5:33 left to go in the game. Bakersfield College has 14 fouls, so one more, and that's pretty much going to do it. That's going to put the Eagles in the bonus, and they will shoot 2 for the remainder of the game. And that's going to go against Beyonce Fimbres. And Fimbres now has 3 personal fouls, and it looks like she's going to get to take a seat as Layleen Araneva comes back into the game for the Renegades. Ashley Martin now at the line. And the Renegades kind of have to be careful here because, you know, we haven't noticed this, but LA Mission quietly starting to crawl their way back into this as they trail only by 12. And Rachel Green with a great pass underneath to Jesse Bunting. A good heads-up play. Green gets the assist, Bunting with the score. And it came at a good time because the Renegades kind of had been in a drought. And another missed three-point attempt. 23 attempts from the three-point line by LA Mission, and a timeout is going to get called by Grant Bingham. I think he was looking up on the scoreboard too, thinking, hey, wait a minute, we don't want to let this thing get out of hand.
Exactly. You know, if we're looking at 4 minutes, 54 seconds, that's enough time to make a difference.
Yeah. Julian Wilson, a great day of basketball here at the Renegade Athletic Complex. The men's program defeating Reedley today in double overtime by a score of 93-92. Wow, I didn't, you know, that one, I told you before, that was not on my bingo card for today, but it turns out it was.
Well, I figured everything out.
Yeah, fantastic day.
Yes.
Anybody who hasn't made their way up here needs to come up and check out Bakersfield College and the Renegade Athletic Complex. What a great facility. And you know what? It's brand spanking new. We have great technology, a new video board. We're still trying to get a couple of things ironed out on the production end, but trying to get some more cameras involved, more replay, more all kinds of really fantastic stuff that we're looking to do here.
You know, and I've been trying all day. Tom, to say something about this fantastic floor.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, and it looks great on video. Even better. Niederbaumer out on the perimeter, and she's going to go down, and the foul's going to get called on number 6, Hart Lissing. And what do they say on that is Lissing's fourth personal foul. So Lissing has one more to give until she's out of the game. And if the Renegades really want to cause a little bit of a disruption, they need to go after Lissing.
Good pass.
Turnover by the Renegades as Bunting just couldn't get a handle on it. And that's going to be a foul. She did not have position, and it's going to go against Alexia Ramirez. And that's going to be Ramirez's third foul. Well, now I should say it's her fourth personal foul. And I'm trying to figure out, they gave it on number 5. That is Alexia Ramirez. So a couple of players in foul trouble now. And as stated before, LA Mission is in the bonus, so every foul now results in 2 shots. 4:16 left to go in the game. Renegades leading by 14 at 58-44. And Song Jackson now checking back in for LA Mission.
LA Mission substitution, number 14.
And the number 14, Victoria Eufrasio, also back in the game. Brownlee out on the perimeter, gives it back. Tolentino, and she turns the ball over.
And I don't know who she was trying to get that ball to.
Yeah, the Renegades right now just kind of in a holding pattern. I don't know if Bingham's telling them to eat as much clock as they can, which right now with just over 3.5 minutes to go, the Renegades just need to take their sweet time on every play on offense and eat as much of that clock as they can. Ramirez with a good rebound. BC taking their time, gives it up to Araniva, down, lays up the left-hander. And Laylene Araniva traveling down the lane, and Brownlee found her and gets the assist. And now the lead is 15 with 2:53 to go in the game. LA Mission once again from beyond the arc, can't get that one to fall. Multiple attempts. The Song Jackson gets the rebound and lays up a 10-footer. Niederbaumer draws the foul, and now she'll go to the line as the Renegades are now in the bonus. And where does the time go? Sometimes it's kind of strange, Julian. 2:22 left on the clock now.
We just said it was 4 minutes left.
Yep. And Rachel Green now checking back in for the Renegades. Green will play back. as Niederbaumer is at the line. And she hits the first of two. And as you may recall, it's kind of crazy, but Jamie Niederbaumer, the leading scorer on the squad, was only 2 for 4 from the free throw line, or 1 for 3, I should say, and now she is 3 for 5, hitting the last two. Rachel Green down low on Victoria Eufrasio. Green. Oh, and the three outside by Song Jackson. The Renegades just trying to run this clock out.
Right.
But the defense of LA Mission has other ideas, and they've been playing pretty hard out on the perimeter. Green sets the pick, but too hard. And it might have been kind of the shove into number 5, Aaron Tapasio, that caused the call on the foul.
Yeah.
You can draw some contact, but you can't forcibly push into it. Once you make your position known and you plant your feet, that's where you have to stop. And Rachel Green gave a little extra on that one, probably to kind of protect herself a little bit. And a lucky bounce by Song Jackson.
And she
throws up the floater, and it bounced off the rim 4 times.
She is tossing it up.
And Danica Tolentino comes up hollering, kind of twisted her ankle a little bit, I think. She's kind of limping around a little bit, drew the foul. Now she'll go to the line. 1:07 left to go in the game.
Renegade substitution, number 5, Alexia Ramirez.
And she's going to have to come out.
Shooting 2, Alexia Ramirez.
And Tolentino down, hopefully going to get checked out by the trainer. And Alexia Ramirez sinks the first one. And it's 63-52 now with 1:07 left to go in the game. BC 45% from the line today.
Ramirez, good for 2.
I stand corrected. 45% shooting. They're actually close to 85% from the free throw line, which is fantastic. They were 100% in the first half, 6 for 6. Ramirez just needs to slow it down a little bit and run out this clock as we're down to 45 seconds. And Grant Bingham still out there directing this game like it's for the championship. And they're trailing. And that foul is going to go on number 13, Rachel Green.
Renegade foul number 1.
And it's going to be Rachel Green's third foul. And that's kind of a tough one to watch on that if you think about it. I mean, and now, once again, they're back. The local giveaway here.
Right.
If she misses both shots, then a 2-for-1 giveaway is on its way. So we'll wait and see. And the one is drained, so the 2-for-1 giveaway will not happen. And a timeout is going to get called by Grant Bingham.
A timeout, yes.
And Grant Bingham is looking for the half court. He called the timeout at 32nd. 4.9 seconds is the difference on the shot clock compared to the game clock. 34.9 seconds left to go in the contest.
And on this timeout, what could Grant Bingham possibly want?
Well, Grant Bingham has an 11-point lead right now. And if I were Grant Bingham, I would inbound the ball into the backcourt as far as I possibly could because I need to eat 30 seconds. I don't want to spend as much time away from LA Mission on that 30 seconds as I can. And I don't know if they will chase somebody all the way back into the backcourt. They might be entitled to. But, with an 11-point lead, I think that the Renegades right now just want to try to finish out this thing by draining this clock. And LA Mission, they're still playing this thing close to the cup, just like they have a chance to still kind of climb back in it, although it seems kind of insurmountable with 34.9 seconds and 11-point lead.
I don't see them fouling.
But that's the one thing that you always love about this level of basketball is that there is no quit in any of them.
Yes.
So the Renegades inbound on this side, and that one gets knocked away. Araniva. Niederbaumer guarded by Gaspar. And Gaspar is going to go ahead and foul her.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd see another foul.
I didn't think we would see another foul either, so I'm really kind of surprised with that. And I'm trying to get a little bit of a heads up from the look on her coach's face, Vicky O'Gagnon. O'Gagnon hasn't really given, it's got kind of a poker face right now. Whether or not she thought that was advised or not, no telling. Niederbaumer once again at the line. And misses them both, and now she is 3 for 7 today from the free throw line. But she does have 19 points as the leading scorer on the squad today. Clock down to 10 seconds. And Ramirez comes up with the turnover.
And I think we'll run this out.
And Niederbaumer now has the ball. And that's going to do it. The Bakersfield College Renegades defeat the LA Mission College Eagles 64-53 in a great effort today by Bakersfield College. And we're going to talk about the leading scorers of today's game, Julian Wilson. Jamie Niederbaumer with 19 points for the Renegades, followed by Alexia Ramirez with 14, Laylene Araniva with 10, Beautiful Vasquez with 9, and Diamond Brownlee with 8. Leading scorers for LA Mission with 13 points, Song Jackson, also with 13 points, Hart Lissing, Nat Gaspar with 9, and Aaron Tapasio with 8. So a great performance by everybody here today, but the Renegades managed to edge out and get an 11-point win over LA Mission. Your thoughts?
And I tell you what, all I can say, Tom, is that great game tonight, both teams, men and the women. We look like for the women, we got a new look Renegade going. New look. I tell you what, nothing like previous seasons.
You're absolutely right, and it is kind of remarkable that Bakersfield College has managed kind of a turnaround, actually. They go undefeated 4-0 for the first time in several years that I can remember.
Right.
And now we
have to look back.
Yeah, they'll take on Reedley College next Saturday at 1 p.m. up at Reedley. And then following back here on the 18th versus Santa Barbara, 5 o'clock game time. So until then, we'll have to see what the schedule will be as far as what broadcasts we will be doing. I do know that there is a game back here at 5 o'clock on the 11th for the men's program. That game, for more information, just go to GoGades.com and you can get all the information that you need to get on all of our games for this season. For everybody here at Bakersfield College, I'm Tom Meyers on behalf of Julian Wilson and John Hare. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Bakersfield College Athletics thanks you for watching this broadcast. For more BC Athletics sports videos, highlights, and replays, subscribe to Bakersfield College Athletics on YouTube. And for news, live broadcasts, and schedule information across all our sports, visit GoGades.com.